Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secureteam. Just wanted to post this quick video because some breaking news has just come to light that, well, it may just change what we originally thought could only be found in science fiction is apparently becoming a reality. This comes after the very first memory transplant has been achieved in snails, of all creatures. So according to this new report, a team has successfully transplanted memories by transferring a form of genetic information called RNA from one snail to another. And so basically these snails were trained to develop a sort of defensive reaction. And when this thing called RNA was inserted into snails that had not undergone this process, they behaved just as if they had. The research published in the Journal of eNeuro could provide clues in the search for the physical basis of memory. Now, we all know about DNA, which if you don't know, DNA is an extremely long chain of molecules that contains all of the information necessary for the life functions of a cell. It's what makes you you. It has all of the information about you coded within it. Now, RNA, it's basically almost identical to DNA, but with some fundamental differences between the two. The ribonucleic acid, as it's called, is a large molecule that is involved with various essential roles within biological organisms, including the assembly of proteins and the way that genes are expressed more generally. According to the report here, scientists gave mild electric shocks to the tails of a species of marine snail. After these shocks were administered, the snail's defensive withdrawal reflex, where the snails contract their bodies in order to protect themselves from harm, became more pronounced. And so when researchers subsequently tapped the snails, they found that those that had been given the shocks displayed a defensive contraction lasting about 50 seconds, while those that had not received the shocks contracted for only about 1 second. And so what these scientists then did was they extracted the RNA from the nervous systems of the snails that had been shocked, and they injected it into a small number of these other snails that had not been. And what they found was that these snails that had not been shocked before, after being injected with this RNA, themselves began displaying this defensive contraction that lasted for about 40 seconds. Remember earlier I said that the other snails that had not been injected, well, theirs only lasted for about a second. And so basically, it's always been thought that long-term memories were thought to have been stored at the brain synapses, which is an area that lies between nerve cells. However, with this experiment and the success of it, it turns out that this is not the case. With one scientist saying, quote, "If memories were stored at synapses, there would be no way our experiment would have worked." And so this is just the beginning, people. The researchers are using these results as a step toward alleviating the effects from diseases such as Alzheimer's or PTSD. And who knows, years down the line, they are optimistic that they may indeed be able to transplant actual memories that come from life experiences into another brain, into another person. And while for those suffering from diseases that could potentially wipe out your memory, there's also a flip side to the coin. It's very similar to the discussion that we were having about artificial intelligence and how it could be used for a lot of great things, but it could be used for, well, other more sinister things. And I think that can happen here because once you're, going to a real life version of Inception, implanting memories into someone, well, I don't think I have to tell you guys the damage that can be done with that type of technology. And so it's a fine line, and I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But yeah, I just wanted to bring this to your guys' attention. I'll put a link here to the BBC.com article. Tell me what you guys think down below, and I'm going to get back to work on the main video that I've been working on, and I'll try to get it up tonight, if not first thing in the morning, and I'll post updates as to when that's coming on Facebook and Twitter. So thank you guys again for stopping by. Stay tuned, and I'll see you back in just a bit.